All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of the GMS, and honors and salutations to you brothers out there. Appreciate his words, sincerity, and truth. Let's do a little video on this article that I found through the Spirit on blacklistednews.com. Basically, the article goes into the missing of bees that's all over this planet, especially America. Basically, I'm gonna just get into the article. I'm not going to go through all of it and just hit the certain points of it and go into it with the scriptures. First long-term studies confirm world's most popular pesticide is wiping bees off the planet. Okay. Get into the article. The rise of an industrial agriculture led by companies like Monsanto that push monoculture, chemical-based farming, and patent life forms has brought a flood of pesticides that wreak havoc on natural ecosystems. All right. So, who heads up Monsanto? The so-called white man. All right. Esau plays the wicked on earth. All right. Everything Esau touches, he destroys. Man, he robs, he murders it, spreads lies. All right. And is wreaking havoc on the natural ecosystems. All right. Natural ecosystems, is organic. The so-called white man, he's against the Most High. He's against the Most High setup. All right. Of nature. Insects and animals that eat insects fall victim. See that? Insects and animals that eat insects fall victim to millions of gallons of pesticides that are dumped on cropland, which run off into waterways, drift to nearby habitats, and are picked up as residue by visiting pollinators. See? So once the so-called white man, he's causing a chain reaction, The little thing you do is just throw off the ecosystem and cause a big chain reaction, a big snowball effect. All right, it causes a fucking avalanche that destroys the ecosystem. Man. All right. In the 1980s, Bayer developed a potent Bayer. That's the same. That's like that's the company that has the muscle relaxer pills, I believe. Bayer developed a potent new class of pesticides called neonicotinoids, neonics, which rapidly came to dominate industrial agriculture. In 2008, they represented 24% of the global market for insecticides, with imidacloprid becoming the most widely used insecticide in the world. All right. Where an insecticide, side, which basically means to kill. All right. And you got homicide, suicide, basically means to kill insects. All right. So I'm not gonna read all of this. Basically, the point is, so-called white man, he's destroying the planet. All right. Let's see how bees are essential are essential and importance of the ecosystem of this planet, man. And you know, and they create stuff that the human being needs to heal itself, the human body to heal itself, and basically to nourish itself. All right. A world without bees is a world without apples, mangoes, rambutan, kiwi fruit, plums, peaches, nectarines, guava, rose hips, pomegranate, pears, black and red currants, alfalfa, okra, strawberries, onions, cashews, cactus, prickly pear, apricots, allspice, avocados, passion fruit, lima beans, kidney beans, all right, etc. This is almost this is like almost 50 things that the bees basically help create, man. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. And the majority of this stuff is herbs, that you need to basically heal yourself in case you get sick. Like avocados, like dealing with, I believe, heart disease and stuff like that. What else? Pomegranates are good for you. All right, I mean, majority of the stuff, I mean, broccoli and cauliflower, that's kind of like, you shouldn't be eating that cauliflower crap. But, bees plays an important role in the ecosystem, man. Without the majority of the stuff, you can't, what the body needs to nutrient itself, man, the body's just going to drop dead, man. That's why you're outside. You got to come back before, so it's, won't be no flesh to be saved, man. All right. Getting the scriptures real quick. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. All right. The people basically mean, morally the people rejoice. The food they're eating, the air they're breathing, the water they're drinking, the people, their bodies rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the so-called white man, he's in power right now. All right. The people mourn. Our bodies are mourning. All right. Starting with the people of Israel, man. Our bodies are in mourning state, man. Our spirits are calcified. We suffer ailments, diseases, viruses, all kinds of shit, man. That's for destroying the ecosystem. All right, and also the so-called white man, he creates diseases as well. You got the Center for Disease Control down there in Atlanta, Georgia, where they just they're creating harbor diseases, viruses that they're gonna let loose in America real soon, man. All right, because I be watching these TV series shows on on pandemics and stuff like that. I get into that. Because that's what the so-called white man is gonna do, man. He's gonna release a deadly disease that's gonna knock out, that's gonna kill a whole lot of people. But ultimately that's the Most High casting judgment on this planet, man, for being wicked. For our people, 2/3 of our people, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you got holy hell to catch because you've been wicked. All right. Psalms 96 and 12. I'm going to start at 11. Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the seas roar, and the fullness thereof. All right. See, that's let the heavens rejoice. Isn't the sky polluted? All right, polluted with chemicals and shit like that. The skies are polluted. The heavens. When the so-called white man's taken out of power, when Yahweh Shai come back, when this planet is going to be establishing righteousness, the heavens are going to rejoice. There ain't going to be no pollution in the sky. All right. Let the earth be glad. The earth is going to be glad, man. The earth is going to retain. It's going to get back the oil. All right. The blood of the earth is the oil. All right. The earth is going to be basically enlarged because the so-called white man he hasn't been following the land Sabbath. All right. The earth is going to be glad because all the righteous laws of Yahweh Shai is going to be established on this planet. All right. Let the sea roar. All right. The seas, the so-called white man dumps plastic. All right. All kind of chemicals in the oceans, oil spills and shit like that. Destroying the sea life. All right. And the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful. All right, the earth, the farmland and stuff like that, and all that is therein, all that's in the earth. All right, that's on whatever's on the earth, including people, animals, insects. All right. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice. All the trees that are in the forest, they're going to rejoice when the so-called white man is taken out of power. Really. All right. They're going to rejoice before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. All right, that's Yahweh Shai coming back, man. He's going to judge the earth, man. He's going to kill off 2/3 of our people. All right, you're gonna slap chains around the Rothschilds. All right, the elitist so-called white people. Those means all you so-called white people are Edomites, right? Going into slavery. He shall judge the world with righteousness. All right. And the people with his truth. All right. Truth is, in the scriptures, man. The law, statutes, and commandments, the power of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, man. Establish righteousness on the planet. All right, you get another scripture. Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto thy servants the prophets. All right, that's Apostle GMS on down, and to the saints, which the Israelites, and them that fear thy name. All right, Yahweh Shai, small and great. And should have destroyed them, which destroy the earth. All right, who's destroying the earth? Who has power to destroy the earth? So-called white man. It's not, it's not all of us that's destroying. It's the so-called white man that's destroying the earth because he creates this. He creates the industrial. What I was reading, the industrial farming or whatever. He creates that. He created machines and pesticides to basically farm the land. All right. All right. And Israelites are in slavery under the so-called white man. So the so-called white man is the common denominator. All right. And destroying this planet. He is destroying the planet. All right. He needs to be taken out of power. All right. So, pretty much done. Hope brothers got a little edification, updated news. All right. All praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.